In the film A Baby's Day Out, there's a baby that goes around New York City, and this baby breathes life into everything around New York City. You see, the baby loves being by himself in public. The baby is just curiously following the whisper of the heart, seeing the bird and leaving the comfort zone, climbing on this and that, ending up in the skies in the most dangerous of spots, just to experience the story that this baby fell in love with. The story that this baby was read by the nanny every night, maybe more than every day, multiple times in a day. The parents may have not even known of this baby in regards to what it developed a love for because of that repetitive exposure to the story. There's something about this story that really got the baby to ask, hey, I want you to read it again, nanny. And the nanny kept on reading this story, and the baby just fell in love deeper and deeper. And you know, they do say that you will be with who you love, so the people, the places, and the things that this baby fell in love with through the storytelling of this children's book became a reality in this baby's life, and its circumstances erupted in a way where this baby had to, you know, be kidnapped just to experience the beauty of life that this baby was dreaming of, maybe every night reading the book to itself by asking the nanny to read it to it. And it's very interesting, you know. Things might happen in life that appear to be, you know, opposite of what you would expect, you know, and it could happen in any way. But the beautiful part of life is that whatever happens is all because of love. So the criminals that kidnapped that baby were motivated by love. Now, you might not know how, but they were, because everyone in the world is. Even Hitler, the craziest man in history that everyone complains about. Who knows what his intention was? It could have been from a state of just, I love something. And because that love for that something was so extreme and grandiose and magnificent, it possessed the mind and made him obsessed with this idea of doing whatever to accomplish that fulfillment of love, which is an infinite, limitless, unconditional journey. So these criminals who kidnapped this baby were just motivated by love of, you know, hey, we want $5 million from the rich family, but who knows why they wanted that $5 million. You know, you hear stories about people who robbed banks, and some of them wanted to just give all the money away, but they didn't know any other way, so they did the hacking of the systems and they won all this money, and they got caught eventually. But the thing is, if their intention was pure and they just wanted to provide, you know, food and shelter to people in third world countries, for example, or whatever, who are we to judge? I'm not saying that's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying, isn't it beautiful to know that just like the baby is in love with something, which is these different things that are conveyed in a storybook, and the life unfolds in a weird way for this baby to go and experience what it loves without even it knowing what's happening, because sometimes you're just guided in a way that you don't even realize. Just like that, the beauty for the baby, because the baby was born beautiful, and I'm assuming you're a human being, so that means you were probably once upon a time a baby, and that means you were born beautiful too. And that means that the beauty that the baby was seeking to experience through the story, and it ended up happening in New York City in the real life for the baby, it happened through maybe a horrible way in the beginning, but the baby didn't perceive that to be horrible. The baby was just like, hey, I'm going on the journey of love, of life, and I'm in the beautiful house of my parents, but now I'm in some random truck with these weirdos, and then I'm, you know, in their home, and then I'm in the clouds, and I'm crossing the street in New York, and I'm under a taxi, and I'm in some stranger's bag, and I'm in the gorilla's lap. And you know, it's just this, it's amazing because the baby's not judging the appearance of things, and you know, getting stressed and having anxiety what's going to happen later on in the day, or you know, depression about, oh, I wish that didn't happen in the past. No, the baby's not even thinking about that. The baby doesn't know what's right or wrong, what's good or bad. It just is in love with life, is aware of its own beauty, and is seeking to see and feel and touch and taste more beauty of life. Frida Kahlo says life is beautiful, and the baby believes that, and the baby is looking for more beauty in life. And so the baby goes on this journey of looking for that love that it was, you know, story told every night, thanks to Nanny. And the dream came true. The baby got to feel the beauty of life. And eventually, the baby got to be rescued by the parents at the end of the day, and the bad guys got put away. But that doesn't mean that the baby gets to only be that way in life. You can be that way too. You can live a life that you love. You can do whatever you love. Because if it was possible for that baby, and if you were a baby once upon a time, then that means that you deserve to feel that love in whichever way you're seeking it. So go on your way and do what the baby did if you want to live a happy life of love. You just gotta follow your instinct, that gut feeling, your intuition. The whisper in your heart that says, look there. Or follow the bird on the roof of New York. You know, and it's a beautiful, beautiful story. And I really, really loved watching this movie, A Baby's Day Out. And if you haven't seen it yet, then you need to see the movie soon. And yeah, I've got the opportunity to hold a baby in my hand, so I know how that feels, and I really am inspired by the filmmakers who produced this movie. The director must have dealt with a lot, had a lot of patience to work with a little baby, and that baby is a miracle to humanity because it's done a phenomenal job as a young actor. And I'd love to make a movie with a baby one day too. So thank you for being you, and for joining me on the journey to A Baby's Day Out. Whether you're in New York City or anywhere in the world, you can live a life you love because you were born beautiful, and you were once a baby, and you never judged something before, and you never worried about anything after. So just do what you love, follow your heart, and you will be as happy as a baby who giggles all day, every day, 24/7, 365. I am Muhammad Ali, the movie teacher, and I will see you in A Baby's Day Out.